In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to a surprise episode of Buddy Talks.
Surprise!
Happy Thanksgiving. Today we have Anna, the live studio audience.
Hello.
How's it going, Anna?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well on this fantastic Turkey Day. First off, we'd like to thank you guys for coming back and listening to us. I know it's a Thursday and you're listening to this by the time this releases. Yes.
Buddy Talks on a Thursday.
On a Thursday. This is like a WTTF block. And again, thanks everyone for listening. Go ahead and give us a 5-star rating and a written text review. We get that knocked out of the way. Let's get into this.
Digital hugs.
Digital hugs. All that stuff. Happy Thanksgiving. So, Anna, you know what time it is. Where's your head at?
My head's good.
Yeah?
I had a week off of school. Just been hanging out.
Enjoying life.
Yeah.
Living.
Yeah.
Living is always a plus.
I enjoy living.
Living is always good. Yeah. I'm doing really well as well. Getting ready for this festive holiday, Thanksgiving. Doing some cooking. Eating way too much. Regretting life because I ate too much. And then once I make a little bit of room, eating more.
And then regretting life.
Yes.
Some more.
The cycle will continue.
Yeah.
But with Thanksgiving here, I guess that's no surprise what our topic today is going to be. Thanksgiving.
Oh.
I know you're thinking
4th of July?
I was thinking Arbor Day initially, but I decided to switch it up last second.
Really surprised me there.
I know. You know why? Because it's a surprise episode of Buddy Talk.
What?
But yeah, Thanksgiving. What does it mean? What are you thankful for, Anna? What does Thanksgiving mean for you, and what are you thankful for? I know it's a lot to throw at you right off the top.
I should have been prepared for this, considering I knew the topic. Well, every year I'm thankful for the people around me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just people.
Yeah?
People I've met, people
that have come
around.
Just in general?
Yeah.
Like people just, like a person walking down the street right now.
Thankful. Thankful to them.
Yeah, that's good.
Cashiers at Publix.
They're going through a lot right now.
They are.
And retail in general, they're going to be hating life.
Yeah. Come
Friday.
I am thankful.
Actually.
That they do that job and I do not.
No, yeah. It's not even Friday anymore. It's like 5 o'clock on Thanksgiving is when they start opening stores up.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous. We'll get into that, but what am I looking forward to? What am I looking for?
What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful friends, family. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to do this creative stuff. I'm thankful for the listeners. Shout out to all the listeners, Opus Garza, Lou, if he listens, Daywalker, all you guys. You guys keep us going and keep us wanting to do more of this fun stuff. I'm thankful for the opportunities at my job, and I'm thankful for you and being able to deal with me and all that.
I'm thankful for you as well. You are one of the people.
I am one of the people.
In my family. You are a person. You are a person, so I'm thankful.
I appreciate that. But Thanksgiving, I know you've been away from home for a while. Mm-hmm. How has this holiday changed for you?
So, when we were getting ready to talk about this, I tried to remember Thanksgivings from past, and I don't really have memories of Thanksgiving.
Really?
Before college.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm sure we did things. I'm sure we had a turkey. I'm sure there were some hilarious stories that we swore we would always remember.
Yeah.
Burning turkeys, I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had traditions.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't. Sorry, Mom. They didn't.
None of that
stick.
stuck?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, okay. So we'll go to what college is when you started remembering a lot of that?
Yeah. Like, I remember being home from college, and at that point, we lived in Oregon.
Yeah.
Most of our family is in Virginia,
Yeah.
East Coast. So it was usually just our family.
Yeah.
And then over the years, we would add on whoever else was in town.
Yeah.
Kind of, people call it orphan Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving, yeah.
It was kind of like that with my family.
Okay.
And whenever, my mom would have someone new working at her school who didn't have someone to celebrate with, and then they'd come to our house.
No. Okay.
And there was one year our friend Linnea, shout out Linnea, had a traveling Mexican hot chocolate suitcase with shakers and glasses and all the fixins to make Mexican hot chocolate.
What is Mexican hot chocolate?
It's hot chocolate with a spiciness and an alcohol in it.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was called. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what it was called.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So she was there one year. She might have been there a couple years.
I'm guessing tequila.
Her suitcase. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point my mom learned Alton Brown and found an Alton Brown turkey brining recipe.
Yes. Which she did give me.
Yeah. So that's been a staple. She started making creme brulee sweet potato
Ooh.
instead of like the sweet potato with the marshmallows.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pureed version of that with sugar creme brulee on top.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I want to experience that at some point. Does she still do it?
Yep.
Okay.
So now they do Thanksgiving at other people's houses.
Yeah.
And they started that, I don't remember when, sometime when I was still living at home after college.
Yeah.
We'd go to someone's house in Astoria and have Thanksgiving there. And then she would bring her creme brulee, sweet potatoes. But she always made turkey.
Yeah.
So we would cook a turkey at our house before we went.
Okay.
So then we would still have leftovers.
I mean, you got to have the turkey sandwiches.
And you have to smell the turkey.
Yeah. There's something about that.
Yeah.
Something about having the turkey.
So it kind of morphed and was never a huge part. Mm-hmm. It was always just like a fun day of cooking and eating. And
parades? Did you guys watch parades?
We didn't have cable.
Well, okay. Or do you watch any of the like sports events? I know a lot of bowl games
We
happen.
didn't watch television.
Okay. All right.
Didn't watch movies. We'd play games.
Okay.
Sometimes we just didn't.
Did you cook any? Did you have a specialty?
No. One year I made rolls. Sometimes I'd make pie. Once I started cooking, I just kind of cooked whatever excited me.
Okay.
Also, when I moved back home after college, I was working at a deli, and we had a Thanksgiving dinner every single Thursday, year round.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you were kind of burned out on Thanksgiving. Okay.
I do remember there were a couple Thanksgivings in a row in high school where I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like this theme of like being sick every Thanksgiving, and people were like, "Oh, that sucks. You don't eat food." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not."
That's funny.
Thanksgiving food never thrilled me.
Yeah. It's funny because I had strep throat when it was around Thanksgiving when I was in 7th grade, and that sucked. I was so bummed out because I love Thanksgiving. Okay. So for me, coming from a Filipino American background household, Thanksgiving was always full of an interesting mixture of foods. So we would have just the typical turkey. Sometimes we would do a ham. My dad and brother, they liked ham more. I was always about the tradition of the turkey. But we would have that. We would have mashed potatoes. and then we'd have egg rolls, then we'd have fried rice, and we'd have a little dish. It's like an egg roll, but with banana called turrons, which is one of my favorite things. And pancit, which is the noodles.
Which is my favorite thing.
Which is your favorite thing. And that was always something that we would have. And it'd always be a really eclectic mix because a lot of my family lives also in Virginia and in the Philippines and elsewhere in general. So it was always our immediate. It was always me, my mom, my dad, my brother. Every now and then we would have, I think the very first guest we had was like an old couple that my mom worked with long ago. Like Joe and Pat, I think were their names. So I thought it was crazy.
Good old Joe and Pat.
Yeah, Joe and Pat. I thought it was crazy because like, wow, we actually have like guests for Thanksgiving. This is stuff I see on TV. And then I think one year we had Thanksgiving. We didn't actually cook it. We went to someone else's house. And then when we got home, we didn't really have any leftovers. And that was the only time that we never cooked for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Like never again, because this kind of sucks. Something about being able to have turkey sandwiches, just turkey leftovers, endless turkey. That's just whole part of the whole holiday tradition because that Friday you wake up, you got to have a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
And then we always got a fresh bottle of Tabasco sauce because it was a turkey sandwich with Tabasco that I got from my dad. But Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays just because for me, it feels like it's kind of the official kickoff into the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. Because you see like a lot of the specials. I love watching like the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. Everything that kind of starts heading that way. So I always have a lot of fantastic memories with doing that. Thanksgiving. Because for a long time, I was just a spectator because I was nothing but a child and they wouldn't let me touch any cooking utensils.
Has that changed?
It has changed. Now I'm in charge of the turkey.
I know, because I have the most adorable picture, which we'll have to post, of you and your mom.
Oh,
where your
yeah.
mom is on the step stool
Yes.
and still several inches shorter than you.
Yes, I forgot about that
together.
picture. Yes. And so it was initially my brother. He would do a lot of the turkey prep with my brother, my dad, and then it was me. And then when I moved out, my dad took it over again. And then recently, ever since he passed, I pretty much took up the reins again. So it's always something for me, especially to get everyone together. Now that I have big extended family with you, a lot of my friends, my brother and his family, everyone kind of getting together and just enjoying that holiday, just having everyone around. Because you know me, I love watching people eat stuff that I make. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite things. That's why I love doing cookouts. So I think those are some of my fondest memories. I'm very thankful for all those people and being able to have all those memories. But you were about to say something?
I was not.
Oh, I thought you were. My apologies.
But I found this thing on the internet.
Okay.
Do the listeners know of the internet?
I think they have a good idea what the internet
Okay.
is. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called the Gratitude Game.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to go through
Oh, okay.
and answer these questions.
Game on.
Name a person you are thankful for.
You. Anna.
Easy answer.
Well, what do you mean?
This is
Was
a
that a
gimme.
question or a statement?
Yeah, I'll be thankful for you as well.
Okay. If you want to go outside of that, my mom.
That's my next one too.
Yeah, definitely my mom.
Not your mom, but my mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Name a place that you are thankful for.
Place I'm thankful for. House Walrus.
Read in my mind.
We're like on the same wavelength.
So when I initially got this list, I thought House Walrus would be my place.
Yeah.
Because I was remembering how we got House Walrus.
Mm-hmm.
And then things kind of hit the fan
Yeah.
with your dad passing and
Hurricanes. Ooh,
hurricanes.
lights just popped on.
Yeah. And I was very thankful that we had House Walrus during that time
Yes.
instead of living separate
Yes.
and having to transverse back and forth and the logistics of where we're sleeping and where
Yeah.
the clothes are.
Yeah.
And
I
where-
didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right.
So I'm thankful that we had House Walrus during that time and that we still have it together as our home base.
Yeah.
So whenever we have a bad day or things go awry,
Mm-hmm.
it's not well, I had a bad day. I guess I'll wait till the weekend to see Marvin.
Yeah. Let me just text Anna.
Let me send him a sad face.
Yeah.
Like I get to come home and there's a hug and
Yeah. Talk things out or
Yeah.
just be in each other's company. Yeah.
so I'm thankful that we have this space together
Yes.
to do that.
Very much so. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I like this game. I like this game.
All right. Next question. Name a food you are thankful for.
A food that I am thankful for. Does it have to be a Thanksgiving food?
No?
You know, just to keep in the tradition, or this just so I can nail it down, I'll pick a Thanksgiving food. Apple pie.
Apple pie is not just for Thanksgiving.
But for me, that's like that. I usually only have apple pie around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those are the only times I usually bother with getting like pie. I don't generally seek it out, except for those holidays. There's nothing to me. I like cold apple pie.
Ugh.
Yeah, for some reason I just like the cold apples. I don't know what it is, but
It hurt my teeth.
waking up again on that Friday as I make my plate of leftovers, I have the turkey that I always make sure to get like a block of cheese and melt the cheese on. Mm-hmm. And, whatever.
Wait, you melt the cheese on your turkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I do the reheat, because it's phenomenal with the Tabasco sauce. Amazing.
It is. I'm not questioning your melted cheese. Some people do cheese on apple pie.
I've never done that.
So I was curious how
Yeah,
you would
that
melt
makes
the
sense.
cheese onto cold apple pie.
Yeah, understandable. Makes sense. But I loved getting a big old slice of apple pie and some Cool Whip. Mm-hmm. Throw that on top as I'm watching whatever, because by that time, Christmas specials are already on TV. And that would be what I would do on that Friday because I didn't have school or anything. Because I was a child with no responsibilities.
All right. This is off list.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving Christmas special that you watch? When you talk about watching Christmas specials,
Uh-huh.
what one pops into mind?
Not Christmas movie, but like the actual special.
Yeah.
That's a difficult one. My favorite Christmas special, not movie, well, the actual special is Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
Are you serious?
I know the song.
Oh, really? I'm sure once you see
Probably
it.
if I saw it,
Yeah,
I would know
it's
it.
like Kris Kringle when he goes and it's like Somber Town, and it shows how everything was before he got there. They had the Burgermeister Meisterburger.
No,
Really?
this is not coming to mind.
Oh, it's claymation, and then they had the Winter Warlock, and yeah, we'll have to sit down and
Yeah.
watch this
Yeah.
because it's my favorite. I love the claymation, the stop motion, whatever's, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town is my favorite one of all time.
Okay.
And then I'd say for Thanksgiving, the one I look forward to is the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. There's just something about that particular one that just has a warm spot in my heart. The Christmas Charlie Brown one isn't bad, but that's a little more somber feeling.
Well, have you seen his tree?
Yeah. And that one, it just makes me feel a little bit sad just because of like the children singing. It just sounds so sad.
Yeah.
but Santa Claus Coming to Town, that is my jam.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't really have one. And Frosty
Yeah.
is my spirit movie
That's true.
because the story of my birth involves Frosty.
Yes.
Because everyone, after I was born, they handed me to a very tired mother
Yeah.
and went to a Christmas party. And my mom really wanted some sleep, but
Yeah.
instead she had a very newborn baby and watched Frosty.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
So
So when he said happy birthday, that was to you.
it's to me.
Yep.
Yep. But my favorite food, back on our list, or the
Yes.
food that I'm thankful for,
Uh-huh.
is country ham.
Oh, okay. What is it about the country ham?
Country ham is probably the only food, and if I think about it, I could probably think of more, but has the memories.
Yeah.
That's one of our traditions that even though our family changed and we've moved and all sorts of stuff has happened, that's the one thing that stays the same.
Gotcha.
We always have country ham for Christmas.
Yeah.
So
It's delicious.
thinking about country ham, we don't, even when we visit North Carolina and you can buy it in the store, very rarely will we partake in that because it is Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, it's holy for Christmas.
Yeah. That's pretty much the only time
Yeah.
where you set it aside just for that particular holiday. Okay. Makes sense.
So I'm thankful of country ham and the memories. And,
Yeah. Because there's more to it than just a ham. It's tied to a
Yeah.
lot of
yeah.
memory and feeling. Okay.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes. Shoot.
Name a thing you are thankful for.
A thing that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Reason being is the camaraderie and community that console has brought to my life. You play Switch. We play Switch together. I go to work. I get a chance to play Switch with a lot of my friends at work. Go to tournaments for Smash Brothers, make new friends, and it's all about just kind of hanging out and just playing the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
I think that is a thing that I'm extremely thankful for because, like, we go and do things and hang out, but that can get so many people involved, and it's just interesting and just how it's kind of worked. I've never had a video game console do that before. Nothing quite like that. Because I have a lot of people in different aspects and parts of my life that are joined in just around this little device, Nintendo Switch. Yeah. What about you?
Okay. Probably. It's not a thing. The things. Thankful for books.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Books are something that has always been a big part of me.
Uh-huh.
I've always been a reader. I don't remember not reading.
Okay.
So it's always something that, like, you've had a bad day or things haven't worked out well or you're bored or whatever goes on. Having a book has always been there for me.
Okay.
Getting to explore new places or experience things from other people's perspective. It's always been through books.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go off list.
Okay.
Speaking of books, what is
Do not
the book?
Ask me a favorite book.
No, the one that you can always go back to and it just feels like it gets better every time you read it. That you can always go back to and read.
It's changed over the years. There's a handful of books I've read multiple times.
I know there are some that you reread them and it's just like, this feels like it didn't age well. Did I have that conversation with you?
No.
Okay.
Every now and then I'll read No. I read very highbrow literature, so it ages extremely... No, it doesn't. But if it's a book that I like and I read again,
Yeah.
I have that nostalgia of
Your first
the
experience.
first time I read it and
Yeah.
thinking about how I've changed since that first time.
Okay.
But like I used to read a ton of Tom Robbins, Jitterbug Perfume, and Still Life with Woodpecker are probably two that I've read 5+ times each.
Okay.
I used to read Jitterbug Perfume every February.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was
It's
kind
just-
of, it's a little bit of a love story, a little bit of a
Gotcha.
not.
Okay.
But every February I would read that. And then I picked it up one year. I was like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I read it, it wasn't like, ooh, this isn't. It just wasn't resonating with my life anymore.
Gotcha. You had moved on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I do a similar thing though, but with movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we all know the movie. I've gone over it at length.
Toy Story 4.
Not so much.
Okay. So the last one
Mm-hmm.
is name anything of your choice. So I think both of us should pick something to ask. So the one that I want to ask,
Okay.
name an aspect of yourself
Uh-huh.
you're thankful for.
Ooh. An aspect. Oh, that's a good question. An aspect of myself that I am thankful for. I think the aspect of myself would probably be my humor. Because that is what I use a lot of the time to get, for me, a lot of to getting people to laugh brings me joy. Seeing people who, when people are laughing, genuinely laughing, that's when I feel is one of the times they let their guard down and they're genuine. And being exposed to that aspect of a person is probably one of the greatest parts of just my like social aspects to me, because that is a time where they're not really trying to put on a front. They're just being genuine, and that's just, you're getting a genuine look at how that person is, because everyone tends to be a little guarded, but when they're usually laughing and just having a good time, that's when all the defenses are down. That's when you're having a real good look at someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by your answer, but your reasoning is very intriguing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. How so?
I would have never thought that people laughing is defenses down.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when you explain it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I would have never made that connection
Gotcha.
in my head.
Gotcha. I guess for me, it deals with a lot of, like, obviously I have my own issues and whatever. And I always know, like, that's why one of the reasons I love stand-up so much. Mm-hmm. Because when I'm just laughing, I'm not really worried about anything. I'm not really, especially when I was younger. When you're younger, you're trying to be cool. You're trying to be, oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm.
I didn't have to try. I just was.
Oh, exactly. You still are. But when I'm just genuinely laughing and enjoying myself on that degree, I didn't really care about all that, the minutia of having this facade. Mm-hmm. So I just enjoy seeing, especially since I do Toastmasters, getting people to laugh gets people to relax. And you'll notice a shift in tone in the room afterwards. Mm-hmm. And people just feel a lot more comfortable. And I enjoy seeing that happen.
Okay.
Especially when I'm around a lot of people who may be having some difficulty socially with some of the people. Because speaking in front of people is not easy. So I will often take the burden and take the awkwardness upon myself and try to make it into a joke to make the other people feel more comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I enjoy doing, being the court jester. Now, what was the question again? What am I supposed to think of?
Well, now I'm going to answer my own question.
Okay.
which since I devised the question, I should have had the answer. We've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
Because you like to ask questions.
I'm very inquisitive.
But you usually know your own answer.
That's also fact.
I ask questions
Without thinking about an answer.
just off the cuff.
Yeah.
As though it will never come back to me.
And with me, it definitely will come back around to you.
Right. Probably my calmness.
Yeah.
You sometimes see a different side of me.
Mm-hmm.
But from my experiences, I'm usually able to take whatever craziness is happening and internalize that.
Yeah. Compartmentalize it.
Yeah. And not have that reflect to everyone I interact with.
So you don't like take it out on everyone, and like, so if you're having a bad day, you don't, or if you had a rough situation, you're not just blowing up at every single person.
Right.
Okay.
Like I can have a session with kids and they drive me absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. But I don't snap at them.
Yeah.
I keep it to myself. Mm-hmm. Or I can be having a terrible day outside of the kids. But then when I get with them, it's showtime. Like I can't bring the fact that we have termites in our house.
Yeah.
And we need new plumbing.
Yeah.
Into everyday life because...
Yeah. You do a better job at that than I do.
Thank you.
Yeah. You definitely do a better job than that because it'll eat away at me. I was like, no, I'm fine. But it's just stewing.
Yeah. Where I can kind of take it, problem solve it, deal with it more constructively than blowing up at people. Although you sometimes see the aftermath of that.
Yeah. I mean, a person can only handle so much sometimes, and you need to release that valve, let the steam out.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
But like I can get yelled at by a parent.
Yeah.
And just stay calm. Someone comes at me out of 10.
Yeah.
Yelling, cussing me out, all that stuff. I don't come back to them out of 10. Mm-hmm. I stay pretty neutral.
Yeah.
Now, when they leave, all bets are off.
Oh, yeah. You got to redirect that energy.
Right. But most of the time I stay pretty calm, and I always appreciate that about myself because I know the days when I let it eat at me.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Because it interferes with everything I do.
Yeah.
Instead of having positive parts of my day, then my whole day was ruined.
Yeah.
Because of this one parent at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, now you get to ask a thankful question.
Okay. Thankful question.
Kind of in the theme of whatever you want.
Yeah. So you say you don't have a lot of memories or a lot of traditions from Thanksgiving or anything like that before college.
Mm-hmm. Again, I apologize, Mother.
Yeah.
I'm sure you made them very special for us.
So obviously you have that stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
What new memories and or traditions are you thankful for now?
So it's not entirely new.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that happened back my first Thanksgiving in Florida.
Okay.
I was
That's a microphone.
Still hitting the microphone as though I haven't done this before. I was new in Tallahassee. I probably moved there in August. So however many months that is to Thanksgiving. Feeling pretty bummed that I wasn't near my family. Didn't really have any plans. But I had my buddy Jason who was like, hey, you should come to my friend's house. We have a Friendsgiving. And that kind of turned my whole Thanksgiving around. Because it was exactly like I would have done with my friends in Oregon.
Okay.
And it just helped give me that sense of being with other people.
Yeah.
And it broke me out of this cycle of there's no one I will get along with ever in Florida.
Gotcha.
I had some culture shock
Yeah. East Coast versus West.
moving to Florida from Oregon. And I was in a program with people who are much younger than me. So I was in this whole cycle of, well, I'm just here for my time and I'll just do my time and get out. I will never get along with anyone. Everything is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
So meeting people and having something that's similar to what I would have done back home. We even played, back home we call it the drawing game.
Yeah.
They called it something different, but you kind of Mad Lib a sentence together with two people. The third person draws, and then the fourth person explains the drawing.
That's awesome.
It's a game that I used to play with my friends back in Oregon, and they busted it out on Thanksgiving there.
That's awesome.
I was like, like it gave me that sense of belonging that I hadn't had yet in Oregon.
Gotcha.
Or in Florida.
Okay.
So I was always really thankful of that. And whenever I think of Thanksgivings that I'm thankful for, that always comes to mind.
Okay.
Shout out, Jason.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah. Big shout out. Okay. That's a pretty good one. I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I guess it's my turn now.
Yeah.
So for me, I have a lot of memories and stuff from Thanksgiving. I'll probably have Mike on here at some point to talk about the one year my dad cooked a Thanksgiving turkey in the microwave.
I've heard of this multiple times.
It actually wasn't bad. Yeah. And I think there was another time when I woke up and there was like a venomous snake in the yard, and my dad and my neighbor were taking care of it. Yeah, I'll tell you that story at some point too. That was interesting.
And then you ate it for Thanksgiving.
I just remember him wielding a machete. That was pretty epic.
I can see your dad wielding a machete.
Yeah. But I think the memory that I have, which became a new tradition, was when you and I had our first Thanksgiving. And then now you got to say your name. You got to say your name.
Why?
Because it's tradition.
That was Anna.
Yeah.
Interrupting Marvin's sentimental moment.
Yeah, because Outcrowd Podcast, Jared cracks a beer. Every time he does it, he says, Jared.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in our honest opinion, we started doing
I
that.
have to get another beer. Let's
Exactly.
try again. I ruined that one.
Let the good times roll.
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
Yes, qui a coupé le fromage?
No.
Poisson.
No.
But I think, so growing up, I always had artificial trees.
Oh, yeah.
Always had artificial Christmas trees. It wasn't until Anna and I got together where she's like, I'm getting a real tree. And I'm like, why do that? I have a perfectly fine 3-piece artificial tree. Look at this thing. The thing looks terrible.
You're the third person?
Yeah.
It went from your mom to your brother to you?
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's an heirloom now within the same generation.
Nope. There's a reason they gave it away.
That's true. But you said you're getting an actual authentic tree. Like, okay, fine, whatever. So we went, got a Christmas tree. I was like, okay, this is kind of neat. Then we went to the board game store.
Tell the people what day this is.
This is Black Friday.
Yes.
So it's Black Friday, and we don't like crowds. So we're trying to avoid big box retailers as much as possible. So we go to is it like a school Christmas tree place that we go to? I know it's like a fundraiser.
Yeah, it's like a weird PTA.
Yeah. So we go
Lot.
get a tree. We've been getting trees from there for a couple of years now. Then we go to this little smaller comic book shop / game store.
So the first time we went there, we were driving out to the Christmas tree place.
Yes.
And Marvin says, I think there's a comic book shop
Yes.
here.
There's a comic book shop I used to always go to.
And We're like, well, we have nothing going on. You want to see if it's still there? So we pulled in the parking lot. Lo and behold, it was.
Yep.
And we went in and board games galore.
Yeah, they had their own Black Friday special. And that's where we got Pandemic Cthulhu,
Yeah.
which we still often play.
The first one we got was Carcassonne.
From there? It wasn't, because I didn't play Carcassonne until your mom got here.
This is not true.
In any case,
It was Carcassonne.
I still think it's Pandemic Cthulhu, but in any case.
I'm researching the facts.
Okay. We were putting it in the Christmas tree. I remember putting on a Christmas music Pandora playlist, and we just spent the evening with all the twinkling lights as the music was playing, and it just felt awesome. It was just super comfortable.
Are you talking about this day?
Nope, I don't believe that's today.
Where we see the Christmas tree in the apartment, you hanging out the Christmas tree,
swore.
and you playing Carcassonne.
Well, okay, looks like she's right. Okay, I yield. That's not something I do often, but I yield. Kudos to you. But I think that's something we've kind of done ever since. I know we haven't always been able to, just because life often happens, but we always get a tree. We go to that shop, get a game, or we try to buy a game, and then we come home, do decorations, play a board game, enjoy leftovers, and just enjoy each other's company. Watch whatever's usually on. It's usually Christmas specials by that point. And just have a nice, quiet evening. I think that is one of the new traditions I enjoy, and I'm very thankful for.
Me too.
Yeah.
I enjoy that day.
Yeah. I usually look forward to it every year.
Especially after Thanksgiving's a little bit stressful.
Just a little bit stressful.
With his mom's house is very small.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a... I always like to cook something to bring.
Yeah.
But I can't cook it at his mom's house.
Yeah. Because we only have so much kitchen space.
Right.
So much to actually prep stuff. So what usually ends up happening is you go to my old place where my old roommate.
Right. So
which
we
is
drive
down
and
the
I
road.
drop him off at his mom's house.
Yeah.
And then I go cook at his old place.
Yeah.
Which his old roommate now owns. He's
Yeah.
ancient.
Yeah.
Just the oldest.
He's an old man.
And then go back over.
Yep. He's often not even there because he always has to work.
Yeah.
So, and then you go back, we have Thanksgiving dinner, and then we head home.
Yeah. So it's nice to have that day after where we're not going back and forth.
Yes.
Which I understand some people have like 5 Thanksgivings they have to do. So
Yeah.
our going back and forth is very minimal.
Yeah.
But it's nice to just chill
Yeah.
and get excited. As someone who works in the school, the weeks before Thanksgiving and Christmas are insane
Yeah.
and go by way too fast.
Yeah.
So it's that day of hanging out and relaxing is very necessary to
Yeah.
get through the next handful of weeks.
Very true.
Also.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I feel like, new traditions and stuff and memories I'm thankful for. But
And real Christmas trees.
yeah, I am cool with real Christmas trees now. It makes the house smell incredible. Especially after seeing all the Christmas trees in Oregon. Just in the wild. They just exist.
Christmas trees in the wild?
Yeah.
And I like seeing how different our tree is every year.
Yes.
Different. I name our trees
Yes.
most of the time. So they all have a little different personality, a little quirk. Some are a little fatter, some are skinnier. So I like seeing the pictures of the trees being different.
Yeah.
I don't think I would enjoy having the same tree every single year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the artificial trees.
They have a time and place.
They're just not for me.
Yeah. Like company parties, it's fine. Probably fine to have an artificial tree.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with. And I mean, And I'm kind of glad we only do one tree because some people get crazy with trees. Like 8 trees.
Save that for a different episode, but I agree.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not knocking it, not hating. It's just not for me.
So what are you looking forward to about Thanksgivings in the future?
Thanksgivings in the future, I'm looking forward to new prep techniques with the turkey.
Okay.
At some point, I want to try smoking the turkey in the grill.
Not a grill, a Traeger.
A Traeger. I'm also looking forward to new traditions. Maybe doing Friendsgiving and just doing other spins. Because we have like a lot of friends who will end up having to work or they live here or families elsewhere or things like that. So maybe doing something for them so they can experience a Thanksgiving and stuff too. Because for me, that they're all part of family also.
Mm-hmm. I would like to make some new traditions of doing that.
Yeah.
When we can figure out how to make that happen.
Exactly. Because scheduling is difficult.
Yes. But I enjoy trying new recipes and making new things.
Yeah.
And it may surprise you. Your mother does not like to try new things.
Tradition, man.
Right.
Tradition.
Which I guess is one of the traditions we had in our family is that we'd always...
You stick with what works.
No, we'd always make new things. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It'd always be whatever new recipe we wanted.
Yeah.
Making different dressings / stuffing.
Man, just a box of stovetop? I'm good.
No.
But you had to cook the turkey with the stovetop in it because I feel it tastes better.
Salmonella.
But it gets cooked out.
You have to cook it long enough.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not careful, the turkey dries out. It's a very delicate balance.
It's a very delicate balance. But that is something that I enjoy.
Okay.
Yep.
That was my last question.
Yeah.
You got any more?
Nope. I think I'm good.
Okay.
You good? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
That's all.
No? Okay. Well, thanks again for listening to this surprise bonus episode of Buddy Talks.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Thank you for being on and agreeing to do
Listeners,
this.
make sure you're with people you love.
Yes.
Or by yourself, if that's what you want.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you're into.
Don't stress about making a holiday someone else's holiday.
Yes.
Do your thing, chicken wing.
Don't just give out digital hugs. Give out some real hugs, too.
Yeah.
Especially to people you're thankful for. And in closing, if you have any questions, feel free to email us at buddytalkspod@gmail.com. You can find all the links to my social and all that good stuff at buddytalkspodcast.com. Thank you again. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.